Welcome to your daily 5-minute crypto brief with Satoshi and Nova. Today is July 27th, 2025. I am Nova.
I am Satoshi. And today, we've got a really interesting paradox. A massive Bitcoin sale, we're talking billions, that somehow didn't tank the market. But then, some other sleeping giants woke up, and that is making people a bit nervous. So let's start with the market temps. Bitcoin's been pretty much parked around $118,000.
Yeah, really tight range.
And Ethereum, similar story, right?
Yeah.
Around $3,770.
Exactly. Very low volatility. Most major altcoins are pretty quiet too.
Though LNTI had a bit of a jump, about 4%.
It did, yeah, a bit of an outlier there. But the bigger picture, this quietness, it's not panic.
Right.
It actually looks like a pretty healthy consolidation. Sentiment seems, well, let's call it guardedly positive.
Guardedly positive, okay. Even with prices not really moving much.
Yeah, and you can see signs supporting that. Like, there's this huge anonymous whale bet, $23.7 million in options, betting Bitcoin hits 200K by the end of the year.
Wow, okay. That's some serious long-term confidence.
It is. And the fear and greed index, still hanging out in greed. So, people are optimistic, but maybe not irrationally exuberant yet.
Okay, interesting. But these quiet periods can sometimes be the calm before a storm. Downwards, too, right?
Yeah.
Anything tempering that optimism.
That's fair. You always got to look beyond just the price chart. Washington is definitely stirring. The Senate Banking Committee, they've circulated a draft. The Crypto Market Structure Clarification Act.
Regulation talk. Always fun.
Well, it's positive long term. Maybe getting clarity is good, but right now, it's a big question mark. Will it help innovation or clamp down hard? Nobody really knows yet.
So uncertainty there. What about the wider economy? Is that playing a role?
Surprisingly little direct impact lately. The market seems to have sort of digested the Fed signals. Hopes for quick rate cuts faded, but crypto held its ground.
Too resilient.
Very. It feels like the market's looking more at crypto-specific things now, like potential ETF news rather than just reacting to every macro headline. No major external shocks derailing things currently.
Okay, so that resilience, that underlying strength, maybe that helps explain how the market handled that massive Bitcoin sale you mentioned, the $9 billion one.
Exactly. That was quite something. Galaxy Digital handled the sale 80,000 Bitcoin, and it turns out, this was from way back, a 2011 hack of the old My Bitcoin exchange.
2011, that's like crypto prehistory, and it just sat there.
Apparently so. But the really amazing part, like you said, was the stability. Price just held steady around 118K.
Which tells us?
It tells us the market has serious depth now. There's enough liquidity, probably from big institutions, trading firms, to absorb these huge blocks without causing a crash. It's a sign of maturity, really.
Okay, that makes sense. Market drinks a $9 billion milkshake. But then you mentioned another whale story, one causing some unease.
Right, the other side of the coin. Totally separate thing. 3 Bitcoin addresses that hadn't moved coins in like 3 to 5 years.
Sleeping giants.
Exactly. They suddenly moved over 10,600 Bitcoin. That's what, about $1.26 billion?
Okay, smaller than the hack coins, but still significant. Why the unease?
Because historically, when these long dormant coins wake up, it can sometimes signal that the holder is getting ready to sell. Taking profits or maybe just repositioning.
So potential sell pressure coming online. Creates uncertainty.
Precisely. Increases potential supply, makes people wonder, okay, what's the plan here?
So putting it all together, we've got underlying strength, consolidation, but also regulatory question marks in these waking whales. What's the near-term feel, especially with things like Ethereum ETFs potentially coming?
Well, the outlook seems, I'd say, cautiously tilted towards the upside. Those catalysts like ETH ETFs are definitely something people are watching.
But cautious is the key word.
Definitely. Investors aren't complacent. There are risks, more whale moves, maybe some macro surprise we didn't see coming, or regulatory news that isn't positive.
So for you listening, what's the play?
It really comes down to sensible risk management, doesn't it? Keep your core positions, maybe have some cash ready just in case, stay diversified, and definitely keep an eye on those on-chain whale movements and any news out of Washington. Stay alert.
Okay, so let's recap. The crypto market's showing some real toughness, absorbing huge sales. Sentiment is cautiously optimistic, despite some lingering regulatory fog and those potentially itchy trigger fingers on some large old Bitcoin wallets. Which leaves us with this thought. In a market that can shrug off $9 billion like it's nothing, but still gets nervous about $1 billion waking up, how do you figure out what really drives the next big move? Something to mull over until our next deep dive.
Enjoyed the brief? Please like and subscribe. We deliver fresh market updates, macro signals, and crypto news daily in just 5 minutes. Live streams coming soon. Stay tuned.